Hello, everyone, and welcome to a scorching episode of Raw Talking It. I am your host, Titus, aka Andrew. Down there is Joe with his little Dunsparce. And I say scorching because we're hitting record high heat plus humidity indexes in our state, and it's been miserable.
I think we did set a record for a new high-low.
Yes, that too.
Since like the 50s or something like that.
Yeah,
technically not an all-time, but
it's been a really rough week in terms of heat, and in terms of work, and in terms of life.
And
it's just
it hasn't even been. We haven't even broken 100.
We broke 100. We broke 100 on Monday.
I don't think we did here. It was close.
Oh,
it was
okay.
Like 99 a couple of days.
We hit 101 plus heat index.
But heat index is it's very humid.
Very humid, like 75%. It's rough.
Yeah. So yeah.
But hey,
my
look,
office is above the garage.
We're back in Zelda! Yay!
Yeah. Now that the Summer Game Fest thing took. I was like, there's no reason to spend. It's a 2-hour show. There's no reason.
We actually had some good conversation, though. So
I know we did.
I'm quite okay with it.
It was funny because I was like, we don't need to spend that much time on it. And then we spent the entire time on it.
But we do have some interesting news.
Yeah. Are you getting Wolf?
We already got Wolf. I can't. Yeah, I don't remember where to go.
You need to go to the mirror chamber, and you can warp straight there.
Oh right, that's in the top of the.
In fact, you're gonna get a cutscene or two, so maybe get the cutscene out of the way real fast, because you gotta go into the place.
Yeah, I forgot it's on the top of that.
Yes. Right. That's what I was gonna say. I wanted to double check my list of to do in this game, and I think we've done it all. Technically, we never finished fishing, though. Shockingly, we finished roll goal, which I did not expect to do.
Michael.
Hi, Michael. And then you technically never did fortune telling, which you don't need to do, but it's funny. We never did the goat herding for the heart piece.
Yeah, man.
But
I'm a strong boy.
But you did all the mini games, and you at least visited everything. So yeah, no, you basically are able, if you want, to just go straight through to the end.
The mirror chamber.
Yes.
Mirror chamber. Anyway, yeah, we have Square Enix dropped some Final Fantasy VII news, which is interesting to us, I think. It's interesting to Joe because he's never played the originals and he's played the remake. It's interesting to me because I've never played the remake and I've played the originals. And on our next season of this, we're actually going to play 7R.
I know, which I'm so excited for. Because I've been... You were kind of the one that... I watched my husband play it, but, you're kind of the reason I was even interested in 7R.
And so
it's funny to me that you never played it.
Well, I played the demo and I didn't like it.
I know that's the core reason there. But still,
and everyone's saying, "Oh, the demo didn't really encompass what's actually blah 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 blah." I was like, yeah, but it's still an action RPG, so maybe we'll see. I don't know. Hey, look, the Triforce. Ruh-roh, Reggie. Skadoosh. Fast-paced action. I am more of a turn-based boy, but we've talked about this many a time.
And yet, Horizon is one of your favorite franchises.
Shut up!
Saying.
It's true. It's gonna feel weird to delete that off my PS5 so I can make room for...
I'm not deleting it for a while, but we'll see.
I'm gonna delete the game data. For whenever they do DLC, I'll just re-download it.
For Forbidden West or Zero Dawn?
Yeah, Forbidden West.
Okay.
And not the save data, but the what installs on your hard disk.
Mm-hmm.
Bathe in that light, all people were pure and gentle. Foul power. I wonder what it was. Oh, hey, look, it's the sages. Ganondorf's evil magic.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's true.
They fucked up. They done goofed.
Oh, Twilight Princess. They said the name of the game!
Hey, and it's not Zelda. That's the twist.
Yep. I don't know if that is the twist.
I like how Link is somehow surprised at this point.
Right? It's like...
What? You didn't see this coming?
What?
I guess he doesn't know the title of the game.
That's true, that's true. We get to see her actual form, though, rather than her, like, little shadowy form?
Maybe.
Is this why people have a hard-on for Midna? Let's see.
It's funny, because you definitely have seen it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it's in frickin' Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, yeah!
But you probably don't remember what it looks like, and that's great.
She looks weird. She looks really weird.
I know, without the hat, Midna does not look right.
Yeah, I don't like this. It's kind of creepy.
I mean, that is kind of the point. And if anything, she should have been this creepy the whole time.
Maybe. Creepy. I don't like this at all. Very creepy. I'm uncomfortable.
I love those 2 chords. Ba-da.
As a divine beast.
Midna Angie.
Man, it doesn't have to be English, but it still adds so much just having, like, the talk cadence.
It really does.
It's so nice. Alright, Kitty's not here. She can't comment on that.
Well, I mean, I've seen, it comes up in a lot of games. Xenoblade does it. Animal Crossing, Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
They do full gibberish.
Yep. The Sims.
Simlish. That's the name of the language, by the way.
Yep. Alright. Into the darkness. Into the twilight. That white is really bright.
Oh, I could have called this Hello Darkness, My Old Friend.
Oh, shit.
That would have been a better title.
Oh. Wow. Well, I could do that for the YouTube video.
No, that ruins it. Then this won't make sense.
Now it doesn't mean anything!
Unless you're gonna edit this out.
I'm not doing that. That's too much. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Ooh, look! Ooh. Are those evil beasties? No, I don't think they're evil. I think they're nice beasties. The Palace of Twilight.
It is Palace of Twilight, okay. I love the music here. It's so weird, and I love it.
She's gonna hide like a little wee baby. Alright.
It's a short little fat one.
It is a short little fat guy. Look at you. You're just short and fat. Who did this to you? Did you put your name in the cup on the fire? This is very eerie, though. Anyway, alright, so, yeah, we had, a little 15-minute news conference with Final Fantasy VII stuff. And, I did watch it. I haven't played the game. I'm gonna play the game. Joe's played the game, so...
And watched it played. I need to do Integrate still, though. Might do that soon.
I have feelings. I don't... Okay, so first of all, the Battle Royale thing, First Soldier on mobile, which we've talked about.
I think that's already... I think it already exists.
It's already out. I didn't know it even came out, but apparently it came out.
Oh
and
no,
then...
my notes... Shit, I took notes on the presentation and they didn't save. Oops.
Uh-oh. So, like...
Whatever, I just don't care.
I mean, that was obviously Square's, like, attempt at a Battle Royale mobile game, and then they went, what can we do? Slap Final Fantasy on it. It'll make it popular. Like, right? That's what happened, right?
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that any of the main Final Fantasy people are involved in that situation.
I just don't understand. It's such a weird call. It's just so dumb.
What I don't understand is that I feel like the overlap of the people who are going to want to play those games is not large.
Yeah, you would think. What the fuck are you?
This place is weird. This whole dungeon is just very strange.
Do I have to play tennis with this idiot?
I'm not telling you anything.
Oh, wait. Oh, God! Nope, don't play tennis. Okay. Well, that's annoying. It's gonna be like a you can't kill it type situation here.
Nope, you can kill him. You just haven't done you're overthinking it.
Wee!
You just hit it with your sword.
Wee!
It just doesn't go away from you. That's the whole thing, is that it runs away from you. Like, other than that, you just bash it.
It's so ugly and kind of scary.
It's just it's the exact same model as his head.
No, I didn't say Zant wasn't ugly.
Oh, fair. I mean, sure.
Oh, and so yeah, we got the battle royale thing. It's just bizarre. Like,
I didn't know if it was a royale or what it was.
Yeah, it's a battle royale mobile
it
game.
was dumb, so.
It's a battle royale mobile game, which it has to be like a batched project that they like just slapped a Final Fantasy cover on, because I refuse to believe any other headcanon at all. Because why would they do that to my boy?
Yeah, I don't understand what the play was there, other than.
But then
let's see if we can get some money for not very much investment.
What the fuck is Ever Crisis?
Oh, okay. So let me look. Since my notes are ruined. Let's see here.
Like what? What is it? Who's it for?
Is it the chibi one?
Yes.
Okay,
it's like.
So I think that is a mobile game.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it's running on the... So they have Final Fantasy Dissidia Ocarina, or whatever it's called, for the...
So here's what So we're talking about Ever Crisis. Okay.
Yeah, Ever Crisis.
Here's what this article says. It says...
I have to be a dog?
It's covering the presentation. Yeah, the Black Fog forces you to be dog form. If you cannot revert while you are in... Hi, Thundir. I'm glad you're here, even if you're AFK.
Why? What? Don't you love us anymore? Dad! Dad, come back!
Don't do parasocial guilt. That's not why we're here. Okay. This article says, quote, "There's also the upcoming Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, a mobile game that spots, I think it's sports, the origins." This article is typed so poorly. Oh my god. That sports the original's isometric style with more modern graphics. The trailer from last year indicates that it won't just retell the original story, but integrate elements from the compilation of Final Fantasy VII, a series of games set in Number 7's universe. Ever Crisis is set to come out this year. So, the difference here seems to be that Ever Crisis is the closest thing to just a straight remake of the game. Because Final Fantasy VII Remake is not a remake.
But I don't think it's a straight remake of 7 at all. It looks like it's mixing Crisis and 7.
I don't know what Crisis is the problem.
Crisis Core is something we'll talk about here in a little bit. Because it had a lot of Zack in it.
Well, there was a different thing. There was the Zack game too.
That's Crisis Core.
But that's not Ever Crisis.
Right.
There was Crisis Core Reunion, and then there was Ever Crisis.
Right, yes. Ever Crisis is the mobile one. It's ran on the Dissidia engine, but then the battle system actually looks pretty good.
And
to be completely honest with you. And it looks like there's like a bunch of costume things and stuff for the girls, so that's gonna fucking sell really well.
It seems to me like it's closer to just like, here's the same story as the original.
I don't think it's gonna be the same story.
It's not gonna be the 7R story.
I don't think it's gonna be 7 or 7R story just at all. I don't think so. Maybe I'm insane, but like it does not seem like that's the route it would be going.
What does this different article say?
It didn't look like it. And they were doing a bunch of other stuff. It was going through.
So let's go in order really fast. So number 1, Intergrade coming to Steam. Cool. That was the first thing.
Great.
Second thing, Well, the second thing was technically a bunch of merch stuff.
Yeah, I didn't. I kind of tuned out. Like I knew
The
it was
Buster
happening,
clock,
but like
the Buster sword clock was kind of funny. Some jewelry and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, jewelry, fine, whatever.
And then we have the first soldier, which
is the battle
mobile
royale
game. It says new classes and maps on the way. It's season. I don't know what it is.
It's the battle royale game.
Yeah, sure. Okay, now we have Ever Crisis, which there will be a closed beta for. It is a mobile game.
Yep. But it had like turn-based combat with the characters, and then polygon isometric overtop for the main world. And like the girls were in different costumes and stuff, so I'm assuming that's how they're going to make money. And so,
but it uses the designs from 7R.
It uses the in-battle designs from 7R, but then it uses like some
Chibi.
polygon chibi-looking form, like the City Opera or Operina for the overworld. And this is going to be a fun little fight, huh? Little side boss fight here. So I don't know.
It's not a side boss fight.
It's the main boss fight.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you figure.
Oh hey, what's up, Ganon? How you doing? Are you trying to spirit bomb me, bro?
I guess you could argue that these little guys are kind of a boss, but that's... Oh! You could argue I'm putting Dunsparce away. He's had his moment to shine.
Alright. Are we about to play this? Ow. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what they're trying to tell with that, or like what they're trying to do with that.
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely meant to be like, now that you realize that Final Fantasy VII Remake is not a remake.
Yeah.
We have a remake for you. It is the
I don't know.
tweet I saw comparing it was Ever Crisis is to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl what Final Fantasy VII Remake is to Pokemon Legends Arceus. Where they're like, there's a bunch of related stuff going on, but like Ever Crisis is basically just the original game with some flashy new stuff added to it.
I mean, maybe so, because it looks like it's gonna have some kind of monetization system because of all the damn
I get the impression that monetization will be part of it.
Costumes and stuff.
Which, fine, I guess. I'm not fundamentally against monetization in games, especially
I'm not
mobile
either.
games.
It's fine.
So
like, it's fine. As long as it. I mean, but like, does it turn into a gotcha thing where because
is it a gotcha?
Because that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
Because of the battle system that they showed, like the characters had certain attacks, so it's like, oh, okay, if I want to get like wedding dress Aerith, and then like fucking biker jacket Tifa, it's like that's gonna suck. And it's like, oh, you have to get these characters to progress to the story of the game. Man, we've seen this song and dance from Square, man. Their mobile games are super shady.
Yeah, Square's mobile is weird. I also think, just as an aside, I feel like their marketing is weird. They could be generating a lot more hype.
I agree.
7R. It's really cool, but like their marketing is not great. It's fine.
It's very weird.
Yeah, it's like not what I would expect. I don't know. Okay, but moving on, we now have Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion.
Yeah, so it's a remake of Crisis Core.
Which I don't know what Crisis Core is.
It's the PSP game that tells Zack's story along with the story of Sephiroth, Genesis, and then the other one, whatever his name is.
Right.
Michael will probably tell me his name in the chat. But it tells the story about the three superclass soldiers, which is Sephiroth, Genesis, and the other one, and then Zack and his mentor, which is who Cloud in the original one gets the Buster Sword from.
Yes. The
and who Cloud is basically trying to imitate.
Wait.
In the original
I saw
games.
the mentor.
You saw the other mentor guy?
Yeah, he's in the trailer.
Yeah, I know.
And he has the Buster Sword, and Zack doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then, by the end of the trailer, Zack has the Buster Sword. At the end of this trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, Cloud has the Buster Sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You think that you know something that I don't know, which you probably do, but I also know something that you don't know.
Right. So the interesting part is the original story is probably changed at this point.
Yes.
Because
we know you know that Final Fantasy VII Remake changes things.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So. Yes.
But,
also, you discovered how the ball works, and also, hi, it's a Wallmaster.
Oh my god!
Kind of. He actually only wants the ball.
Fuck off, bro.
But if he gets the ball, he takes it back, and so you have to not let him have the ball.
Can I take this off? I can't take that off.
You can.
That's my ball.
You can mess with the hand.
Can I fuck with him? I can kill it. Oh, come here, bitch.
Kill it. You can stun it.
Oh, that's annoying as hell.
The other thing that I don't think they make super clear is the orb is hook-shottable. Or claw-shottable. I don't know why they don't make that clearer. I think they force you to learn it in this room.
Oh, poopy sacks.
Oh, you weren't standing in the right
I
spot.
wasn't standing there as well.
But you can with the hand, you can use both your bow and the claw shot to stun the hand.
What am I even doing?
Anyways, yeah. So as far as Crisis Core, we both know stuff. I thought that Crisis Core did not look as good as 7R does.
It does not.
But it is. I thought it was mobile, but no, it's coming out on.
It is PS4, PS5, Switch, and Xbox.
Yes,
it's
Steam.
Everything.
Yeah. So I find that strange. You can just go through the yeah.
It looks like to me they kept the original battle system, which is nice.
Of 7?
Of Crisis Core. You have the AP gauge, the MP gauge, then you set a magic attack. Basically, is how it works.
The combo thing is interesting to me, but
yep.
yeah, the problem is
combo
I don't
attacks. The Crisis Core is really good.
I didn't know anything about it other than I had heard the name before.
Crisis Core is good. It's a really good game.
So that's cool. I thought it was a mobile game based on the way they presented it.
Which, like, the only reason I want to play Final Fantasy VII now is like, well, bro, I gotta play Crisis Core again. Because Crisis Core actually slaps. That game is great. Oh, shit. The game is really good. But it was PSP only, and so not a lot of people played the game.
That makes sense then why they would feel compelled. But you should note, Reunion.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to change stuff at the end.
Well, I assume that this is now going to be the Crisis Core, but of the remake Rebirth situation.
Yeah.
Which we haven't talked about Rebirth yet. That's the thing. But like, I suspect that's why it's got the name Reunion. Yeah,
I figured that's what they're going to try and pull, which is cool. I'm all for it, man. Like, you're making your new fancy schmancy story. That's cool.
Ooh, nice.
But it's not my story. It's not the one I grew up with.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of people complaining online.
I know.
Like,
hey.
People on Twitter are not allowed to have opinions.
I agree. To be honest,
if you have opinions on Twitter, that's wrong. Sorry. If you have negative opinions on Twitter, I don't care about you. I'm all for sharing positive opinions.
It's just a different story that they want to tell, and that's fine.
Also, look at your map real in here.
There's a weird place I can't get to.
Well, you can.
Now I can.
Well, you could before too. You just had to be a dog to do it.
I'm not being no damn dog. You can't
I
see
think
me
you
being
might
no
actually.
dog.
That actually might not be true, but either way, yes.
Oh, poopsicles.
Yeah, Michael. I'm just so tired of people that are like, "Why are you making Xenoblade? you should be making the discourse right now is like, wow, Nintendo's releasing another Xenoblade and another Fire Emblem game. We'll get to that. Why aren't they making a new F-Zero? Why aren't they making a new Pikmin? It's like,
you don't want another F-Zero. Shut the fuck up.
So number one, you don't, and also they're different studios. They're not the same people.
Yeah, well,
Intelligent Systems and Monolith Soft are not the same creative team that made any of those other games.
People are dumb.
So what are you on about?
I agree. What are you on about?
Yes. Okay. So
I do want an F-Zero. You don't though.
We'll talk about the Fire Emblem situation.
Bro, you look cool as shit. What's up, buddy?
Oh yeah, yeah. Now they're not whatever they were before.
Wait a second. If I bring out Midna, does she change?
No.
Oh, she's cursed.
She's cursed. Okay, so finally, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
The
second installment
of the of the trilogy.
They have confirmed now it is a
What's
trilogy,
up, dude?
which was not confirmed before.
Pretty much.
Everyone assumed.
Everyone pretty much assumed that's what was gonna happen.
The little guy's so cute.
Yeah, these guys are awesome.
But
These
yeah,
are really good
trilogy
character
made the
designs.
most sense. But I'm glad they held off on announcing that until they knew they had a vision for where
That's
they wanted
fine.
to go.
I mean this also tells me that the other one is in development because they're. I mean, by the
they
time one was wrapping up, it's probably going to be in development.
They tweeted out actually the FF7 Twitter tweeted out some messages from Nomura and from Kitase, who's the guy who did the presentation today, and they talked about how they're like, yeah, the third one is technically in early stages of development right now.
Yeah.
And blah blah blah. We've been working at such a fast pace, and development has been going really well, and yada yada yada.
Oh, I place it here.
Yes, you do. So yeah, if you go read on Twitter, they have a few messages from other people.
But this makes it so I can take this platform over.
Yes.
Okay,
I will say,
cool.
I showed the trailer to my husband, and he was like, "Oh, I recognize that place," and I'm like, "Cool, I don't, I don't know what that is."
Yeah, like it starts with Sephiroth and Cloud walking.
Yeah.
Which is weird because there is a part of the game where of the original game at least, and speaking of, there's a part of the original game where like Sephiroth. You play as Sephiroth for a little bit, and then he joins your party for a second to fight a giant snake. But then later on, when you leave Midgar, the snake is dead with a giant spike through it. It's crazy.
I was assuming there was some sort of like, based on what I saw in 7R, I'm like, so there's clearly a flashback.
Yeah, there was
section of the game, but it also looks like. Oh wait, no, you don't know that. Never mind. 7R gets some wonky stuff. There was something that I recognized. We'll get there when we get there. It actually happens pretty early in the story.
There was also like there's some talk about like a weird flashback. I don't know if it's Zack talking or if it's Cloud talking. It's like, I saw your dead body. Like, I'm not dead. What? And it's like, are they fucking with me?
So
is this part of the story?
I can say something very minor about 7R, or what I felt was very minor about 7R, that happens relatively early in the story if you want.
I mean, do they kill Zack? Is that what's going on?
So here's all. It's relatively straightforward. Basically, Cloud in this one has visions of Sephiroth that appear to be not real.
Yeah, that's what he does in Advent Children and kind of in Original. It's not as prevalent, but it is kind of there.
He also seems to be having what you might call some sort of like prophetic visions as well.
Yeah.
There is at least one scene where I was like, that's really. I only recognized it because of something in World of Final Fantasy, actually.
Ooh. So that's closer to the original game because World of Final Fantasy follows the original game.
Well, World of Final Fantasy has Tifa in a very particular outfit.
Yeah, the cowboy outfit.
Yes, which you see in 7R.
That's pretty great.
In a vision.
Oh, right, because it's her. Yeah.
So I didn't know if that was flashback or flash forward. It's seeming like maybe it was a flash forward. vision.
Shit.
I didn't know.
Shit.
Anyways, it's complicated. Final Fantasy VII Remake is not a remake.
It is a retelling.
It is remake, I think. One of the messages on Twitter was, I can't wait to share with you the reason why we chose the meaning behind the names Remake and Rebirth.
Yeah.
I think someone is being remade is basically what I'm getting at there. So I think I think whatever this is, I don't know anything beyond that, but that's the situation. Okay.
Aerith is coming back. Zack's coming back.
So
they're all coming back. Michael, what is the name of the third soldier in the trio? You have Genesis, you have Sephiroth, and you have what's the other guy's name? What's his name?
There's like Geo.
That's Zack's.
Yeah, okay. He was named in that trailer, so that's the only other name I saw.
That's Zack's guy.
They mention a few things, but I don't know.
But yeah, Crisis Core, I mean, looks fun. Looks like a better way to play Crisis Core finally, which is cool. It'll probably change the story. There's a really hard side boss in Crisis Core, that's for fucking sure. You never played Crisis Core? Fuck! Alright, that's fine. Hold on.
Yeah, if I had to bet, I bet that the Cloud plus Sephiroth.
Is it just like, Angeal? Is that who it is? Is he the third one? Is that what I'm thinking of?
I don't know. My guess is that
the
new game will start with.
Well, maybe it is. Damn, I am crazy. Yeah, he is the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Sephiroth, Genesis, and Angeal. There's a really cool fight scene from a training thing that they do, like a training battle that Genesis and Angeal do against Sephiroth. But I don't know. They just there's a place that you'll see, maybe, hopefully, in Final Fantasy VII that has like a big cannon in it, and something happened to that big cannon.
So, so I want to move on from the Final Fantasy VII news. So, any final words on that, other than we're going to be playing 7R next? We're very excited about it.
I'm going to have to play it to find out what they're doing to the story, because I don't understand anything that's going on, because Yuffie's there, and that apparently is a big deal, and I don't understand why. You also haven't played Integrate yet, but you don't see Yuffie until, partially through the second disc.
I will also tell you, in 7R, in the base story, Yuffie doesn't show up, so her being an Integrate is wholly, its own thing.
So I don't know. I mean, it seems like they're kind of doing this weird, bizarre storytelling, like they like to do, kind of like a Kingdom Hearts type thing.
They're going Kingdom Hearts,
and that's annoying. Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy VII, enough as it is, was like, oh, you have to do the Genova stuff and the all this and all that. It wasn't that hard to follow, but you had to kind of piece it together a little bit. This one's like, oh, hold my beer.
I see this person I follow on Twitter is like, so when are they going to publicly say that Final Fantasy VII Classic is required reading? Yeah, I mean, it probably is. I probably should. Chances are, by the time I would probably play Rebirth or watch Rebirth played first, but then after Rebirth, I probably will play the original 7.
It's very.
But I don't know. I kind of want to just experience the new one and see where it goes.
I mean, honestly, wait for the third installment and then just play 7 after that and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm honestly, in a very odd sense, this is gonna be. I would maybe get a bunch of shit for this, but in a very odd sense, I'm waiting them for like pull in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh shit! I mean,
because of the way it looks compared to the DLC that happened in Kingdom Hearts 3, which I still haven't fucking played because I hated Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, the DLC for 3. I was like, you played 3?
I played 3. I didn't play the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3, but it looked like the other world they went to was more Final Fantasy-like, and definitely looked like it was a little bit on the same kind of engine that 7R is on. I'm like, I'm waiting for Cloud and Sephiroth to show up.
Yeah. Did you see the recent interview that came out that talked about Final Fantasy character integration in Kingdom Hearts 3?
Kaleido!
Hi.
No, the lack thereof, and then...
Yes, they the long and short of it is, they basically said, in the initial Kingdom Hearts games...
Yeah, the first two.
They had these brand new characters who basically, quote-unquote, couldn't stand on their own. Basically, they were brand new. People didn't know them. And so the other characters in relation to them they help support and prop up the new characters that were made. And basically, by the time you get to Kingdom Hearts 3, there are so many original characters now who do stand on their own that it's hard to find space in the game for the Final Fantasy characters.
What?
That's basically the long and short of it.
Hold my beer.
Which is...
What? That's so stupid!
Basically, it was complicated enough. It was complicated enough, and they had so many now interesting characters in complex storylines that trying to faithfully integrate a bunch of other characters they found to be too difficult. Or not too difficult, they didn't say that. They just, but unnecessary. They're like, this would just add clutter. We don't need that. But they also said that they understand a lot of people were really unhappy.
Very unhappy.
And so they are hoping to achieve a good balance in Kingdom Hearts 4, though they didn't say explicitly yes, there will be Final Fantasy.
They kind of show up in the DLC apparently.
They're gonna have to show up, and the suspicion I get is apparently internally, Kingdom Hearts was not viewed as
a successful game.
Well, no, as a crossover between Disney and Final Fantasy. That's not the way they viewed it.
It was advertised that way.
But that's what it is. That's obviously what the game is.
What?
So, but they viewed it as a story that involved,
I'm fucking angry.
That involved Disney characters, but they did not view it as this game is a crossover between Disney and Final Fantasy. To them, this was an original story.
This game is not a crossover. By the way, we go to every Disney World imaginable, so not a crossover.
That's sort of the core of...
Who fucking did this interview? The creator?
I don't know. It wasn't.
He's an insane person.
It wasn't Nomura, but it was because he's the character designer.
Yeah, but
you are aware that he did the designs in Xenoblade 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did all the ones that look like Kingdom Hearts characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's actually if you rewatch the opening cutscene, the opening credits of Xenoblade 2, it has one of the third or fourth names is Torna character designer Tetsuya Nomura. He's credited specifically as that in the opening credits.
Kaleido knows. Kaleido, who's the story writer of Kingdom Hearts? The one who fucked everything up and made everything go haywire.
Also, supposedly Disney was not the holdup on getting Sora in Smash. That was supposedly.
Disney doesn't care about Sora.
Apparently, it was the Kingdom Hearts guy who was didn't know how well Sora could be integrated into Smash faithfully, or maybe it was Smash. Maybe it was the Smash people who were concerned about it.
Yeah,
but it was not. But this interview basically confirmed Disney was never the problem. It was never a copyright struggle.
Here's a fucking insane thing about this: Disney doesn't give a fuck about Sora.
No, there would be so much more merch if they did.
They don't even think he exists, to be honest. He is not a Disney character. He is just a guy.
Yeah, which admittedly, copyright may be the problem there. Insofar as
Square is a little testy with their copyright stuff.
Yeah, who owns Sora? Because I doubt it's Disney.
No, it's Square.
It's got to be Square.
I'm pretty sure it's Square, at least.
So.
Shit, I don't know. But 3's bad. I gotta play the DLC because if 4 is gonna at least return to the roots, maybe I'll actually like it.
Yeah.
Man, 3 felt just gross and rushed and just not good. You ass. But I know, I mean, I'm in a very vocal halvesies on that because some people really, really liked 3 or thought 3 was fine. Was it? It's Nojima, right? Nojima is the one who made everything go fucking haywire bonkers. Because he's also their same. He's like the. Everyone calls him the savior of Final Fantasy, right? Because he's the same writer as 14, but when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, he just has no idea what he's doing. Not necessarily no idea what he's doing. He just like goes just. His brain just goes.
You've seen. I made you watch the Brian David Silver, the hero's journey.
Daddy P is the savior. Hold on, let me look.
The hero's journey.
Because he's the same guy who did Final Fantasy 13. Is the same guy who does Kingdom Hearts, right?
I genuinely, you're. I know Nomura, and that's it.
Right.
And Aonuma. Sorry, not Aonuma. Aonuma Zelda. Uematsu.
Maybe it is.
Those are the only Final Fantasy names I know off the top of my head. And Nomura is Kingdom Hearts on Final Fantasy.
Uematsu.
Well, some Final Fantasy, but it's complicated.
Let me look. Hold up.
A friend asked me if the Final Fantasy 7R stuff spoiled either 7 or 7R, and I was just like, I gave a very lengthy response. I'm like, short answer, the question of does it spoil either the original or 7R, and the answer is it's complicated.
Nomura is a great great character developer, but he doesn't write the story. Right? Yeah, Tetsuya Nomura doesn't write the story. Is it Takahashi? No, Takahashi's a Xenoblade guy. He's Xenosaga, Xenoblade Chronicles, and all that stuff. He was a scenario supervisor? So Nojima is who I'm thinking of then, probably. He just writes insane stories. Yeah, because he yes, okay. Nojima did Final Fantasy VII while doing Bahamut Lagoon, and then he wrote Final Fantasy 15. And then he freelanced and he wrote Final Fantasy 13 script. So it's probably him. Yeah, it's probably Nojima is who I'm thinking of. Because his writing is just super bizarre, because you can see it in Final Fantasy 13. His writing is just off the wall bonkers.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just good games, but third one was disappointing. Final Fantasy VII. We'll see.
Yeah, you will see very soon. So the thing I mentioned earlier that I do need to talk about, I didn't mention this, and you may not have seen this, but it seems that images have leaked from the next full Fire Emblem game.
Oh, so a new Fire Emblem game.
A brand new Fire Emblem game,
so
which has not been announced or anything, and yet there are image leaks that have just come out of the game itself.
So we were right that Warriors was basically just a placeholder.
Yes and no. This one apparently also, it's not a Warriors game. It's a full Fire Emblem game.
Right. But they are making Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah, Three Hopes. It's out. Or it's out very soon.
Oh, did it come out already? But we were basically like, oh, this is a fan holdover while they develop the new one.
This new one has some interesting things. Number one, it seems to be actually a collaboration with Intelligent Systems, Koei Tecmo, who does Warriors, and Gust. I don't know who Gust is.
I don't know who that is.
But apparently, basically, supposedly the graphics are a marked improvement over Three Houses, which Three Houses has really good character models and stuff, and the combat's really good, but the support scenes, and there's a couple specific areas where the graphics just, like, suck ass for no reason. You haven't played Three Houses, but You know how you can do the thing where you can have the little cutscenes between two people getting to know each other?
Yeah. And
those happen in front of like low-res, poorly stitched together JPEGs of random backgrounds for no reason. Like they're really bad, and it's a mystery because the rest of the game looks fine. But like then the support conversations happen in these like pixelated voids, vaguely reminiscent of a few different environments that occur throughout the game.
Weird.
It's very strange. So supposedly some other people are helping out with the graphics, but then some other things. Number one, the game is, quote, meant to be a celebration of all 30 years of Fire Emblem, and so past characters from other Fire Emblem games can be summoned into this game. Like, you can bring them, but, like, number one...
Sounds like a mobile game.
Well, so the multiverse situation is actually canon Fire Emblem. They actually established that in Fates, that... Because some of the games are related, some of them are not. For example, Awakening takes place in the same universe as Marth's universe, but several thousand years later. But then Fate actually takes place in an alternate reality, but characters from Awakening are summoned into the Fates world, and they're the actual same people as were in the Awakening game, but they're in Fates now. So the idea of multiverses or whatever, that's actually like, that's established canon, so fine. But the idea that you could just be like, and now Marth is here, like, that's very weird.
Ta-da! Marth!
I don't like that, and a lot of people are skeptical about that.
If it's like an earnable like summon thing and it's not a playable character, then like whatever.
Well, if it's something where it's like
it appeases both audiences by like, I want to play with these other characters, but I want to play a new story. So
but like if you want to, but if there's some weird like, if you do this side quest, you can add Marth to your battles on the side or whatever.
Yeah,
fine, I guess.
Sure.
I don't love it, but fine.
Yeah, because then you get to just choose not to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird, but fine. So then some other things. Apparently the game has been, quote, done for over a year.
That's concerning.
And they just haven't released it yet.
That's very concerning.
They also apparently do actually have a remake of Fire Emblem 4, which now I don't remember which that one is. Apparently they have a remake of 4 in the works. 4? Oh. Wait, 4? That's the Celeste game. That's the one they're remaking? No.
Sounds like it, bro.
But that's not the Roy game. It's not the Roy or the Hector game. Why would they remake Genealogy of the Holy War? That one was not a huge hit. If that's the one they're remaking. Admittedly though, Gaiden also got a remake, and that one was also a JP exclusive, not a huge hit, but then Echoes Shadows of Valentia was really, really good. So maybe that's the goal. Maybe they're taking their less popular games and giving them a breath of fresh air.
I mean, they might.
That would be a cool thing to do. Yeah, Genealogy of the Holy War is not one of the more well-known games.
Idiot! I took the ball from you!
And then, okay. But then the other thing is, the other major thing that was in the, like, announcement was the protagonist looks weird.
Like, how weird?
I'll send a picture in stream chat. I will spoiler tag it. I will spoiler tag these images if you do not want to see them. So stream chat.
I mean, I don't care personally.
I know you don't care, but some people might.
Please.
Yes, this is the other image.
Bro, what the
which
fuck?
I have seen less of.
Bro, what the fuck?
But by all accounts, these appear to be credible leaks. It's a puzzle.
I notice it's a puzzle, but I'm getting annoyed.
Alright, I sent 2 images. You should pause and go look at them.
Well, I'm gonna have to wait for this dumbass to like walk over this way a little bit.
I mean...
Even though I just... What the fuck? That's so weird. That's weird.
What?
The design is weird.
Of the hand? Oh, yeah.
There's stuff...
The fingers are not the same length?
No, the character that you sent in the chat, but yes, also the hand.
Yes. Yes. They're really weird. That's supposedly the pro tag.
I don't like it. It looks like someone made a creative character in an anime game.
I agree. It does not look good.
Which, I mean, I'm all for anime games, but like, it looks like someone did a creative character in an anime game.
The only thing I see that's interesting is if this is... One of the things that a lot of Fire Emblem fans are tired of is self-insert characters. Basically, for example...
Shit.
Robin was the first one. If you get it right as he picks up the ball, he should drop it straight back down, by the way. But if he starts to retreat, then...
Yeah, I got it.
But yes, a lot of Fire Emblem fans are tired of self-inserts because they want more fleshed out characters. One of the things that's really interesting about Roy and about, Marth and Seliph and Leaf and all these other characters is that they stand on their own and they're not silent protagonists who have nothing to add to the story. Robin is itself kind of interesting, even though they are a create your character kind of. But Byleth and Corrin are known for being very, very bland and not interesting. They don't really add much to the story because they're meant to be exclusively just a self-insert.
I do not understand what this is for.
You don't understand. You are definitely doing this wrong.
I mean, yeah, obviously. But, like, I also don't know if I care, because I'm just getting it done. So, like...
I mean, are you getting it done, though?
I mean... yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright. That's not the way I would have done it, but, hey.
Got it done.
You did
Didn't care to learn it.
The only thing is, when you put the ball down, there's a delay. You have time.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
onto the platform.
I don't know if I want to do that.
That's the only thing, is you just have to put it down and then run to the platform and you're good. I think, yeah. You may have missed a chest back there, but like, eh.
I don't know if I did. I did miss these two
don't
chests.
You don't have a compass, so we don't know for
sure
yet. Oh, you do have the compass?
Yeah, I got a compass.
Oh, well then never mind. But yes, you're right. You do have two chests in here.
Yeah. There's a chest in the main area. There's chests in the bottom. There's a boss area.
You'll figure this out shortly, yeah.
So, there are two chests. Yeah, there are two chests in here that I don't have.
I did see some stuff though on Twitter that was basically like, if this nonsense character design is what it takes to get away from boring self-inserts, fine. If this character can stand on their own and is actually interestingly contributes to the story, that's fantastic and that's better.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Which I mostly agree with. One of my biggest complaints about Three Houses, and I like Three Houses a lot. My biggest complaint is that Byleth is a non-character. And I do not like Byleth.
Can I do those? Do I need the ball to do those two chests?
I don't think so, because once you put the ball down, eventually it'll go away. So grab the ball, go put it down, and then the hands should stop doing hand stuff. And then just
we'll put it away and then we'll come back and get it. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. But yeah, Byleth is a non-character, and it's really frustrating in Three Houses, which is full of interesting, complex, and well-written characters.
Yeah, you just have blank character, right?
And then you literally have someone who not only is silent to the player, but they're canonically, like, they don't speak, but then also, they're canonically a goddamn teacher. So, like, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing that doesn't make any sense. And also, what does it mean for a silent protagonist to romance another character as well? Like that's all just very strange. It's my one significant complaint about Three Houses, is that part is just really frustrating and doesn't make a lot of sense.
So I mean, cool. We're getting
but yes, there's.
So these are just leaks.
But this is a straight up leak. None of this has been made official at all.
Cool.
So very weird. Okay. I feel like I had other video game news too, and now I'm not remembering.
You mentioned before, we had spoilers for some behind the scenes stuff. You mentioned 1-2 Switch.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck happened?
So basically, apparently, 1-2 Switch came out.
A while
and
ago.
It was not it was a launch title for the Switch.
It was
People
a party
compared
game.
it to Wii Sports. It was a party game that was basically a tech demo.
Yeah, that's all it was. That's
And
all it is.
by and large, it did not do well. Most people were like, "This is interesting enough,
It is
but
not
it's fun
worth
for
it.
like but it's like fun for an hour."
It was a $50 game, right?
It was a full price $60.
Fuck you.
And it was a glorified tech demo.
It should have just came with the Switch.
And it also it should have just come with the Switch. But the thing is, it wasn't even as good as Wii Sports, which did come with the Wii.
Yeah.
So like, it was just not very good, and it wasn't well received. Supposedly, a sequel has been made, and it's so bad. It was play tested, and it was so bad that Nintendo basically at this point isn't planning to release it because they feel it'll hurt their brand image. Like, it's so bad that they don't feel like they can release it because they think it'll hurt their image.
That's the best thing I've ever heard all day.
So that's hilarious.
That's very funny. All right, so I have to get in there and there.
I suspect you just have to get on the center platforms and then use a hookshot back in there. I'm betting there's a little hookshot panel.
Yeah, probably so. Okay. Just making sure I understand what I'm doing.
Yeah, but
right.
But yeah, that's the whole thing, is that there were some leaked emails or something
I did not know that.
That
That's
indicated
very,
that it was...
very, very funny.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it should have came with the Switch. There's no reason why that game should not have come with the Switch.
Absolutely. It's such a small, weird little thing. It should have just been free. I don't know what they were on about thinking that they could price that.
I agree.
As a
What the
full-price
fuck?
game. It just doesn't make any sense. There were some other leaks too. There are some supposedly fairly credible Pokemon leaks. For Scarlet Violet.
Really?
No images. No images.
Oh, aha! This is what I needed. I could just. I had to have the ball, but I could do it with the sword.
Oh,
as
no,
well.
no. No, you couldn't, because you only just now got the sword to be able to light up.
I could have done the ball. I could also do it with the sword.
Yes, you could have done it with the ball, but now that once you put the second ball in, your sword started glowing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that you restored the light to the Master Sword.
Yeah.
So now it works as a ball for the purposes of the puzzle.
Money.
Except that it doesn't clear the fog.
Yeah, it does not clear
Okay.
fog.
So the Pokemon leaks are basically a few things. Supposedly, thing number one, the legendaries being some sort of terrain riding situation.
Confirmed.
Is part of that leak. Yes.
One looked like a jet engine and one looked like a motorcycle. You cannot tell me
that they're not.
They are not going to be something I can fucking ride.
Yeah, they're almost certainly going to be that. Supposedly, Sprigatito does stand up.
Nice.
That's one of the things.
You damn right. 2 balls and a sword gives me a special light power.
Is that
So it does spin up. All right, cool. So not playing the cat.
But we also got types of the supposed types. These are all leaks. We don't know for sure. Do you want to hear the possible typings?
Yes, please.
Grass, dark.
Okay, so it's just grass, fucking infern or whatever his stupid name is.
Shiftry.
No, it's just grass, fucking
Greninja?
cat idiot.
Incineroar.
Yes.
Possibly.
It's just grass cat ninja.
Then
Dang, wrestler. Sorry, cat wrestler.
Well, yeah, and then we have water fighting.
Oh my god.
Which, honestly, my theory is that Quaxley is a matador, and that
Yes,
makes sense to me.
that makes sense.
That makes sense to me.
So that means that the fire
And it's
one...
not water flying. Do you want to guess what the fire one supposedly is?
Fire... steel?
Nope.
Fire fairy?
Nope.
Fire
really cool.
psychic?
Nope.
Fire flying?
Nope.
Fire?
Nope.
What is it?
Fire ghost.
Ooh,
Which is weird because we just had Hisui and Typhlosion, but
not that weird.
Hisui and Typhlosion is also super cool. And
Pokemon's very, very bad about repeating themselves.
If Ghost is going to be I would much rather we get a new Ghost than we get a new fighting type for fire. Anyways, water fighting I'm actually totally fine with. I think that's an interesting type combo.
I mean, like the Matador theme is cool, but keep the fucking cat on the goddamn ground.
I know it does.
It's so unoriginal at this point.
There are supposedly some image leaks of there are supposedly some image leaks for. Sorry, somebody's standing up front of our house.
That's kind of weird.
I think they're door-to-door sales. Yeah, they're about to ring the doorbell.
Well, that's gonna be fun. Ooh, yep. Live action door-to-door salesman. Let's go. I wanna play-by-play. But for real, why the fuck?
Well, anyways, there is a supposed leak showing the actual evolution. It doesn't, strictly speaking, stand up, but also it stands up, and I won't say more than that.
Okay. Oh, wait. Is it always standing, or does it just stand up sometimes?
It appears to be bipedal, but also hover.
So it like slouches over?
No, as in like it's like magic and floating. Like it's standing, but it's also like floating in the air. Does that make sense? Like hovering a few inches off the ground.
So why is it not psychic?
I don't know. Dark things can be magic too.
Why is it not grass psychic?
I don't know.
Which would be cool typing.
We've had some grass psychics. We've also had some grass darks, admittedly.
The trio works though, right? The trio still works.
So with what we have with dark fighting and ghost, it's most of a triangle. Fighting's good on dark, dark's good on ghost, but ghost is not good on fighting. Right.
But I can learn psychic type moves, so I don't know. Yeah. No, it doesn't work. Never mind.
I will say supposedly, the other thing is supposedly Sprigatito has, the final evolution has a hidden ability, which is apparently like super busted. Oh, the legendaries are Dragon Fighting and Dragon Electric.
Well, I gotta go with the electric one because I don't want the fucking fighting idiot.
Dude, I like that one so much more. The electric one's fine, but I like the Scarlet.
I like the electric one. The fighting one. He looks amazing.
I think he looks so cool.
He looks amazing. It's an amazing design.
We also have exactly one Dragon Fighting type, to my knowledge.
I'm so tired of fighting types.
Whatever. We have a lot of types.
We have a lot of fighting types. I want to see what is the most common typings.
It's water.
And I want them ranked.
Water is by far the most common type.
I want them ranked, Joe.
Fucking ocean. There's a graph.
Is there? What the fuck is this?
Now, it doesn't have dual type frequency. Pokemon type frequency graph. As of what gen? I don't know what gen that is.
What the fuck am I doing here?
Oh, this one actually does organize them by combos. So okay, there's two different versions of this. One of them is how many Pokemon are water, how many Pokemon are normal, how many Pokemon are flying, which would allow a Pokemon to appear up to twice in the graph. There's another version that uses the dual typing and counts them that way. But let's see, water. So fighting types, there are on this graph, which I need to know what gen this goes up to. Updated for Generation 7, so this doesn't include Galar. Either way, water is the most common, normal is the next most common.
And then what?
Fighting is actually not that common.
You're out of your mind.
It really is not.
I think I'm to a point where, you know what? I just don't include the starters on my team anymore.
I mean, on new games, yes, but when I replay, probably not. Definitely not if I've played it more than 2 or 3 times. Like, if I ever revisit Gen 3
it's
or
starting
Kalos.
to, it's starting to be a just no.
But what? Yeah, you don't have to.
What is the cat
Anyways, okay.
Stop making bipedal fucking they're animals. Just stop making them. Stop it.
The leaker does say there are, quote, at least 4 waifu mons, so I'm guessing that would be Gardevoir types.
Oh no.
And multiple husbando mon. So
What?
basically, there's a bunch of sexy Pokemon, according to the leak.
I mean, it is a sexy ass game.
There are supposedly new evolutions for old Pokemon, possibly for Dunsparce.
Did they mention Dunsparce by name?
An evolution for Dunsparce has been hinted by the leaker.
Ooh, Dunsparce getting an Evo. Let's go.
There are, quote, cool new type combos. A cool new fish Pokemon. The gimmick is related in some way to 3 types. That's
What?
asterisk, that's it.
The gimmick is somehow related to 3 types. So we're gonna see the first 3 typed Pokemon?
Maybe that's part of the gimmick, though. Maybe instead of Mega Evolving your Pokemon, you typify them with a 3rd type or something. Technically,
that's pretty cool.
Technically, there's already a move that does this. There's a Ghost type move that adds Ghost type to a Pokemon. That is a thing. Which can allow Pokemon to have 3 types. There's a Bull Pokemon, which makes sense.
I mean, not that surprising.
Smoliv is whatever. Oh, Go-Goat is apparently back.
Nice, you can ride Go-Goat.
Go-Goat has only appeared in X and Y and has never been in another Pokemon game of any kind.
That makes sense that he comes back. That's fine.
He should. He's a good Pokemon. Or it's not a good Pokemon, but he's a good design.
He's a good design, for sure.
Quote, tons of cool new Pokemon. Quote, the regional bug Pokemon will be Japanese themed, whatever that means.
Interesting. A Japanese bug?
Yeah, sure. I mean, cool. I like the starter bugs have been getting better.
I mean, the bugs in Sword and Shield were pretty good, actually.
Orbeetle is good. Vikavolt is cool.
Centiskorch.
Centiskorch is cool. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I one-hit the darkness enemies now, though. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, and that's basically it.
Goats creep you out? Really? Why? Because they're like their eyeballs?
Goats are kind of weird.
They are kind of weird. They're also creepy. Like, they don't creep me out, but their attitude is just kind of creepy. So I guess I could see it. I guess I understand.
Okay, well, I need to go make my second drink before you get to the boss, so BRB. Talk about which Pokemon is sexiest or whatever.
Bro. I don't think we need sexy Pokemon, man. You were goat. Okay, I have to ask, how did you get into a situation where you were goat sitting? Like, what kind of friends do you have that you got into a situation where you were goat sitting? What does that mean? I have to know. These are the questions. These are the questions that the world is dying to know. I really just go over here to kill this thing and then, like, to come back after? Pretty cool. Why did I do that? My friend sister has goats. They went on vacation. I invited to stay over to help them feed and take care of chickens and goats. I mean, there's gonna have to be like a sexy mommy Pokemon, right? Like a sexy primal mommy Pokemon, and then like a sexy rugged boy Pokemon.
I don't know.
I mean, whatever, dude. Make sexy Pokemon, but stop fucking making Pokemon stand up Be more original.
I will say, broadly speaking, I don't. Most bipedal Pokemon. No, not bipedal. It's most humanoid Pokemon.
Down, Titus. What do you mean down? What are you talking about?
Gardevoir and Gallade are cool.
Yeah, but they're not sexy. I don't find any of them.
Gardevoir people have the hots for, and then obviously Lopunny.
Yeah, like Lopunny. You could maybe.
Lopunny's a perfectly fine design.
You can make an argument for Lopunny. I'm not gonna hear it, but
I like that its Mega Evolution is like a kickboxer. Yeah,
I'm not gonna hear it. Gross. It's whatever. I'm not gonna yuck your yum, but like Gardevoir, why?
You can't be like, oh, I hate all these new sexy Pokemon, and it's like, okay, but like Gardevoir is Gen 3, arguably Machamp.
Like, Machamp is a sexy boy.
Rip dude.
He's a sexy dude.
Yeah, like that's not new. It's the
you know what?
People are like,
you convinced me. You're right. We've had sexy Pokemon this whole time. Sudowoodo, have you seen that motherfucker?
People also, they're like, I hate these new object Pokemon. They look stupid, and I'm like, execute. It's literally just eggs.
Yeah, but it turns into a coconut tree.
And then there's another one too. Also, I think you missed some secrets back there.
Did I?
You don't. Gamers don't look up.
I went to the one thing.
Behind the shadow waterfall.
I already did that.
You went up?
Oh, I don't know if that went up, I guess.
I don't think you looked up. Gamers don't look up.
I guess.
Speaking of sexy things, though, the new...
Bronzong and a thong! I like it.
The new summer characters for Fire Emblem Heroes. The voice actor for Claude was like, should I cosplay Summer Claude? Should I, though? But really, should I cosplay Summer Claude? I showed the pictures.
Oh, that is something I wanted to mention, actually.
They were like, we are just gonna print money.
The voice actor for Zach, boy, I do not like him.
Oh, really?
I do not like him.
Oh, from what little we hear in 7R,
there
are things like flashbacks and stuff, so he is cast. I really liked his voice in 7R.
I feel bad. I just don't like him. He sounds so whiny kid-like.
I think he's meant to be cocky. That's the vibe I got. Yeah, Joe Zija, who is the voice of Claude, is a treasure. If you don't follow that man on Twitter,
it all comes around to 7. It's true.
He freaking he did a collab with Family Jewels where he sang the opera part of that
I didn't jump off.
Of that one Fire Emblem Three Houses song, God Chattering Star.
Mm-hmm. Also, unpopular opinion, 7 is not that great of a Final Fantasy story. Good game.
I mean, 7R is really intriguing.
Original.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, 7R has been fascinating and is some of the best. It's just, they really are focusing on character and dialogue and cutscenes in a way that they all feel they're still caricatures, kind of, but like Barrett, Tifa, Aerith, and Cloud are such good characters. They're so well done, and I just 7R was a treat to both watch and play.
7 original. The story is good, but it's not the best thing since sliced bread, like everybody wants to make it out to be.
Oh, great, and also like it clearly did not take the time. Pick a platform. Oh, you picked wrong.
Fuck me, dude. That's unfortunate. And like everyone remembers it as this thing. It's like you really have nostalgia glasses for that game.
Yeah.
It is not as crazy. Now the gameplay is actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It really, the materia system, as I understand in 7R, is like pretty close to the original. It's not an exact replica or anything.
And so, see, Kaleido, that is such a weird thing, right? They had to cut story, and they want to tell the story that they originally wanted to tell. Man, the original story you wanted to tell is so fucking bizarre. It's so bizarre. Also, what fucking platform am I supposed to fucking be on?
You just have, it's the last one that you haven't picked yet.
I thought I picked all of them by now.
You haven't done the one closest to the door.
This one here? I thought I did.
Yeah,
I did this one.
Look around for clues.
Motherfucker. Make me actually play a game.
You jumped on the same one. You still haven't done the one closest to the door.
You mean the one in front of me?
Yes!
I just did that one. Like a second ago.
I don't think you did.
Oh, I guess I didn't, because it's fucking moving. Now I'm a liar.
You did the back one.
I'm a goddamn
you
liar. Ah!
If the correct one is north, you did west, east.
I said I'm a liar. I thought I did, but I didn't do it.
But now you gotta pick again.
It was easy enough to pick that one. Well, that's kind of butt.
Yeah,
right.
you should Josie. He like sings and he plays the saxophone and he cosplays and then he also voices all the characters and so on and so forth. He's very, very cool and fun.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I guess I'll find out with Final Fantasy VII R, but like,
and maybe you'll spend the whole time being. Maybe you'll spend the whole time being like, Cloud, I hate you, but Barrett, man, Barrett's awesome.
Barrett is great.
Tifa is the best.
What a great dad.
Wow.
What a great dad.
He is. He's a great dad, and that is like very much the heartbeat of 7R, Barrett and his relationship with his daughter.
I didn't play before Crisis, actually. I played Crisis Core, I didn't play before Crisis. They're getting a bunch of fucking things. I didn't even know before Crisis was even a thing. Until I saw that presentation today, I was like, what the fuck is that? I guess that's true, though. Dirge of Cerberus started doing some weird story shit, and it has to do with, like, how a little... Well, not has to do with Integrate, kind of shows a little bit of the fucking wackadoo story that happens. Anyway, yeah. Less Final Fantasy VII stuff. What else do we have? What other, I thought there was something else, but I don't remember.
The problem is I have no news associated with me playing games because I'm just doing Xenoblade 2 New Game Plus right now. I finished everything else I'm doing. Oh, Last of Us? Did we talk about that?
We talked about that last week.
Oh, yeah, duh. We talked about that last week.
Why can't I make that jump? Oh, I'm supposed to just do the fucking...
Claw shot.
Claw shot.
Yeah.
I'm so stupid.
I mean, sometimes.
I was like, I can jump that platform. It's a jump. I can make it. I did it again. I don't know if I can make it. What am I supposed to do? There's a claw shot platform. Might as well try that. Fucking idiot. God damn.
Let's see. Let me just Google gaming news. What do we get? Oh, Google knows me. It's just giving me a shit ton of it's just giving me a bunch of Mass Effect Legendary is apparently going to be free for Amazon Prime Gaming or something like that. Amazon.
Weird. That's weird.
During Prime Day, Mass Effect Legendary Edition will just be free.
Weird.
If you're a Prime member, you can just have Legendary, which is cool, I guess. Let's see. What are some of the top? Oh, this was the other thing. This was also announced today, which is getting a little lost with Final Fantasy VII stuff. Over a decade later, Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about.
That was the other thing, which we texted. We have a friend or two friends that are like obsessed with this game.
Well, apparently that game slaps.
Apparently it's really, really, really good. Oh yeah. Well, I told you it was lost.
Oh yeah, hi Corbin. Dragon Dogma 2 is coming out, by the way.
The only thing we know is that they announced that it is in development.
Yeah, it's in dev.
And they have a logo.
It is in dev, and that is it.
All. No trailer. There was apparently today there was a 10 years of Dragon's Dogma like retrospective video that Capcom put out with the devs. And then at the very end, the very, very end is literally the three devs taking off their hoodies, revealing shirts that say Dragon's Dogma 2, and they're like, yep, we're doing it. We're making Dragon's Dogma 2.
I did know that, actually. Because I have two friends who very much like that game. I tried the demo for that game when I was younger, and I wasn't, like, super young because it was a PS3 game. I was high school, I guess. I don't know why I said younger. That's just stupid. I was like, yeah, this is fine. I guess. It didn't really click with me, but I wonder if it would click with me more now.
Here's an article title for you.
Uh-oh.
Harpist turns her harp into a controller, plays Elden Ring with it.
Alright. The people who do that shit, like, cool. That's cool. That's fine.
That's really cool.
That's really cool, but, like, also, why?
Yeah, I mean, great. It's like the guy who did, I think it was Dark Souls, one of the Dark Souls games with the Donkey Kong bongos or something like that.
I mean, the guy who's done, like, every game with Donkey Kong bongos is just a fucking madman.
Wait, so hold on. So, Amazon Prime for Prime Day, is giving a bunch of games away.
Really?
But, as far as I can tell, most of them are nothing. And then Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Here's the list. There's a bunch of indie games. I'm gonna blast through these, so just bear with me. 10 Second Ninja X, 8 Doors, Aram's Afterlife Adventure, Adling Adventures, Bang Bang Racing, Clouds and Sheep 2, Death Squared, Fatal Fury Special.
Yo, Fatal Fury, let's go!
Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams, I think I've heard of that. Gone Viral, Hue, Manual Samuel.
Manual Samuel's hilarious, by the way.
Metal Slug 2.
Metal Slug's a Sega
Metal
game.
Unit.
Oh, yo, what's up, dude?
Pumped BMX Pro.
Pumped. Pump up the jam.
We're doing story, aren't we? Or no, you're just chilling.
No, we're doing story. I'm fucking walking into Zant right now. Or
Okay,
Ganondorf.
then I'm gonna shut up because it's time.
It's Ganondorf.
My stream delay is too delayed.
Depression of ages. The people of our tribe. God, you look cool as shit. Arts of magic. We're locked away in the world. Okay. All it was the fault of a useless do-nothing royal family. You're creepy, bro. That had redesigned itself to this miserable half-existence. What the fuck are you? I had served and endured the behave household for too long. Impudent princess. Whoa! It's obvious inferiority, Wind Waker. Wind Waker sucks.
You said this guy was Ganondorf.
It is Ganondorf. And why, you ask? Because I believed I'd be next to the ruler people. That is why. Well, it's me as their king? No! And as such, I was denied the magic powers befitting our ruler. I was then in the thrall of hatred and despair that I turned my eyes to the heavens and found a god. I found Ganondorf!
Exactly. He's not Ganondorf.
He's Ganondorf. He's doing Ganondorf's bidding.
And this is where we find out that Zant is not actually, like, an intense, malevolent guy, but he's just super fucking creepy and weird and insane.
He is kind of creepy.
His motions and his animations are just so weird, and I love it.
Very, like, Skull Kitty in a sense.
He spends the whole game being dark and brooding and moving slow, and then you finally meet him, and he's...
Ganondorf. Gonna rock your face, Ganondorf. Gonna give you power, Ganondorf. Bro, you just got Thanos snapped. Hey, look! Look who it is! I shall house my power in you. Interesting! So he's not Ganondorf, but he is Ganondorf, but he's not. I'm gonna slice him open, and then Ganondorf's power is gonna come spewing out of him in big, thick streams. Does that make anybody else uncomfortable?
I mean, not me.
I mean, it is what it is. My god had only one wish! To kill all. Kill all the things.
He definitely is a precursor to Girahim, though.
Yes,
the way he acts.
He is very, very Girahim-like. In my opinion, at least.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh shit!
Awesome.
Whoa! 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 Yo, dog! Is this gonna be a cool boss fight though? Because this looks like a cool boss fight.
It is an old boss fight.
What did I get here? Did I get the bow and arrow here? Where's the boomerang? Where's the boomerang? Bro, this machine gun fire is getting a little old.
Yada 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 yada.
That's just annoying.
Zant is also in Fire Emblem in Hyrule Warriors, and his fighting animations are really cool because they are representative of the craziness.
All right, what did I get in this one? Oh shit. Where are they? Where the fuck are they? They're right here. Okay. Please put those on.
Oh man, I love this fight.
What else did I get in this place?
I'm not telling you, man. You're at the end of the game. You gotta start figuring this out yourself. I am sympathetic because it was literally.
Get him! Slice him! Kill him! Slice! Dice! Alright, we're going. We're doing it. We're fine. I don't need no help. I don't need no man. Alright. We're making our way downtown, walking fast, face to face. And we're going to the next one. The fuck? Oh, I need to, like, put on some, swim gear. Make sure we're swimming. Bro! What the fuck is that about? Why you got such a big head, dude? Uh-huh. Yay!
Do you remember what you got here?
I don't remember at all. That's the problem. I got the hook shot here, maybe?
Maybe.
There's water bombs, too. I think it had to be the hook shot, right? It's the water tower. Oh, shit.
By the way, hi, Kitty. I know you're here cooking, so hello.
I don't remember!
You're right, it's the hook shot. You were too far away.
Oh, god damn it!
Also, yes, it's a claw shot.
Wait. I can't slice him. Oh, wait. Get your ass on the floor, idiot! Never fine. This is a neat boss fight, but I'm not really sure how I feel about having to use my memory.
Well, normally you wouldn't play this game over the course of like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah. What the hell's that? Okay.
But I love this fight.
Oh shit. Bro, why you over there, bro?
Yeah.
No! Alright, that's fine.
I think you accidentally... No, wait, no, you didn't do that. Never mind. The original Twilight Princess has a glitch where if you do a jump slash while your boomerang's out, you like go a super long way. It's used in the speedrun a lot.
Oh, this one is weird. What did I do in this one?
This is a sub-boss, not a boss boss.
This is I had to just roll into the pillars on this one.
Yeah, you don't have items here. I also really like the music of this version in particular. This one is the weirdest boss remix theme.
Alright. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, I didn't study at all. How many of these do I gotta do, my guy?
It is not every boss. Sadly, it is not every boss. I wish it was, to be honest.
Why are you big? Ah!
It would have been too long, but I do kind of wish it was every boss. But it's not.
Oh, you're teeny tiny, look at you! And then you're big again. Step on me, Zanty?
Zaddy? What?
I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I missed him. I was too busy digging around with the ball. Alright, we're gonna run away. Oh, hello.
Man, I slammed my second drink there.
Yeah, I wanted to get another beer, but...
You're having too much fun!
Something like that. This boss is pretty neat. Alright, am I have to do Swirly Twirly boss next at all?
Swirly twirly boss. Oh.
Why are we in Hyrule? Oh, now it's just you with some swords.
Yes.
Alright, let's freaking go.
This is it. This is the final one. Sadly, you don't do the spinner boss. You don't do the Dominion Rod boss. You don't do Pyrus. I love his dual swords, and I love his goofy-ass attack. Yeah, he's really fun to play in the OG Hyrule Warriors, because he has this attack set with the dual swords. This is his weapon.
Oh shit, I missed the jump. Just stop. Just stop. Stop. I will just use iframes. I just do not care. Oh, wow, that hurt.
I don't know who Voldo is.
He's a Street Fighter fighter.
I love the super high tempo too of the music.
Soul Calibur? I thought it was. Oh, I'm thinking of Vega.
This is like.
I'm thinking of Vega. Voldo is Soul
like
Calibur. Yeah, yeah. This motherfucker is starting to get on my nerves. Can I just like blow you up? Wait. He's spinning. Let's spin back! No, that is not what you're supposed to do, by the way. I thought it was funny. It was apparently not that funny.
Sadly, no. That's.
Number one, get away from that wall, because that wall hurts more than he does. Oh, shit. Fire! Okay. Alright, just use iframes. Ow, okay. Right? There's a voice in the recording booth just... Alright. Become Ganon. We all know what's gonna happen. Become Zelda. Traitors, huh? How dare you call us names? Your ancestors lost their king to such greed. The curse on you cannot be broken. I mean, all I have to do is kill him. As long as my master Ganon survives.
Already he has been descended and reborn.
Bro, that mouth. That fucking mouth has been used for something.
She fucking popped him.
Like a... Why has she not been fighting this whole time?
Because she didn't have the helmet. That was due to the helmet.
Oh. Oh, I still have my Zora armor on. I look like a dork.
Honestly, I say you go start the next dungeon. You ain't finishing it in an hour. So I say you just run straight to it.
Sounds good to me.
And we should be able to finish it next week if you make good progress.
Get that heart container.
I forgot that Zant got just like fucking popped.
Like a damn zig. We will save because all good
It's
players
actually a shame. If you
king.
got one more heart piece, you'd have another heart.
Yeah, it's true.
And we know right where to find one.
Where do we find one?
The goat herding.
Yeah, but that takes time.
Then
I'll
no,
find
you don't have
one.
to do it.
I'll find one in the dungeon.
There's probably one in the dungeon. Probably.
It'll be there.
All right, I say you just go straight to it.
Oh,
Do the cutscene and go to the castle.
It just told me to save, so we're gonna save again.
Yeah.
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Good progress? Oh yeah, that's debatable. I really need a footstool under my desk.
Me too. I use my trash can
I need
sometimes.
a proper place to put my feet under my desk, because I don't have one.
Alright, let's go! Rolling around at the speed of sound. You don't actually go that fast. You have a dog under your feet? My dogs are too noisy to be in here while we record. They're just big goobers. Just big dumb goober idiots. They've been really annoying lately too. With just getting into shit and ugh, it's been
I mean, my dogs have been great because they haven't brought poison ivy into me. So, like, honestly,
I call that a win.
That's a huge win. So you should be able to warp straight to Castletown, basically.
Yup. Kaido, what kind of dog do you have, though? That's the real question. Is it big dog, little dog, kind of small dog, kind of medium dog, kind of big dog?
Oh, to finish the list of games, Rain World, which I've actually heard good things about. Road Trip 3-pack. Samurai Showdown 2, Serial Cleaner, The Crow's Eye, The Dark Side Detective, The Dark Side Detective, A Fumble in the Dark, The King of Fighters 2000, The King of Fighters 2002, The Metronomicon Slay the Dance Floor.
Hey, that game's supposed to be really good too.
But then also Grid Legends, Need for Speed Heat, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Outcast, and Star Wars Republic Commando. I believe that's the list of games.
You have a turtle dog? What?
Sorry, that would be my husband screaming at League of Legends in the background, by the way.
Yeah. Gays in their League
He's having fun! They're playing games.
Sure. I also like to gouge my eyes out and call that fun. Ooh, cutscene.
This cutscene's intense, by the way.
Jesus. She's a Chihuahua Terrier. Oh, small Chihuahua dog. I'm not a huge fan of small doggies. Minna, where'd you go? Oh. There you are. You have a lot of legs. Where'd you get a spear from? Link, you saved me. You saved me, Link. Is there choir music going on?
It's Hyrule Castle theme.
Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Right, here we go.
Let's go!
Whee!
Final dungeon. Let's go.
Pull. Push. Okay. It's not a pull door, it's a push door. Gotta check in real life too, you know? Gotta do both. Beep boop pop.
There is, by the way, a full-on secret room in this dungeon, and there's two, and I will be making you do both. You should hopefully.
Secret rooms?
They're completely optional.
What?
But I'm gonna make you get into both of them.
Oh, well. That sounds kinky.
One of them is literally just there's an extra small key, and as long as you get the extra small key, it's right by the boss door. And then one of them is kind of
do I not have the light
puzzly and difficult to get to. No, the light. I don't know if you actually still have the damage boost or not. I don't know if you can just not see the light in the overworld, but you still have the damage, or if you don't do double damage to these guys. I genuinely don't know.
Oh, finish. There we go.
Also, small dogs, I feel like, don't get the love that they deserve. They get a lot of undue hate.
Really?
I think that a lot of people don't here's the thing.
No. I think a lot of people love small dogs. A lot of people have small dogs.
Here's my. I think that, and I think that a lot of people that have small dogs and love small dogs don't actually treat them right, and by that I don't mean abuse. But
they don't treat them like a dog is the problem.
A dog is a dog. It's the same damn animal, the same species.
They need the same schedule, the same training, the same everything.
Well, and more than that, if a pit bull or a German Shepherd or a
Rottweiler, we're gonna get in this talk.
If one of those
boy!
If one of those animals, if you try to pick one of those animals up and it growls at you, you put it the fuck down because that dog.
Dog is a dog, unless they're a cat.
Because that dog can hurt you, and that dog is like clearly doesn't want to be picked up, and we can read that sign. We know this dog is growling at me. He's angry. He's angry at me, and he's trying to correct my behavior.
Right. Well, with a little dog, you just do it because if it does snip at you, it doesn't hurt. Or if it does hurt, it's not that bad.
And you think it's cute. Oh, well, they're angry.
Oh, little guy, he's so angry. Look at him.
And they're giving you the exact same signal that a pit bull would give you, and you're not treating it the same way. And I think that there's a lack of boundaries that can be shown. And that's not to say that small dogs can't be handled. You can train them to be handled in a way that you can't train a German Shepherd to be handled, because they are different in size.
I mean,
but
I could train a German Shepherd that he would love to be picked up. I absolutely can.
Yeah, I think that some people that have really hyperactive small dogs that seem to act out a lot, I think that
because they're not being trained like an actual dog.
They're not being treated the same way that you would treat a larger dog when they're giving you the exact same signals and they're the same animal. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I hate small dogs. And
I think that a well-trained, well-treated... And again, I don't think that's abuse. I don't think it qualifies as abuse or some sort of like horrible animal cruelty or anything like that.
You're not abusing them.
But I do think that it gives small dogs a bad rap. Yes.
Ooh, support
doggy.
That
sounds absolutely wonderful. I think that a well-behaved small dog whose boundaries are respected the same way that you would respect a larger dog's boundaries is probably going to be an amazing companion animal if they are treated with the respect that they deserve. And that's the thing. A Great Dane and a Chihuahua deserve the same respect, and you should read their signals the same way. But our human brains are shitty and are pattern finding, and we are bad at doing that. We're just genuinely bad at reading the signals and interpreting them the way that the dog is wanting us to interpret them.
People in general are pretty dumb.
And my other hot take is that I think a lot of small dogs are small artificially due to breeding reasons that are questionably moral, untoward.
Yeah. I think the way we got to small dogs is very, very unethical.
Oh, yeah. And it is also entirely true that it is not the dog's fault.
Yeah, it's not.
And so we should not put down any dog just for existing as it is.
Oh, no.
But like people that support the pure breeding like industry, at a certain point I understand.
Where's my signal on the floor?
Yeah, where is that signal on the floor?
The fuck?
If only there was a signal on the floor like last time.
Yeah, this is all grass.
What if only? It's a mystery.
It's all grass.
It's a mystery that there's not a signal on the floor.
I want it on the floor, Joe. There's some grass right here. And then there's some more leaves and some more grass.
Mm-hmm. Leaves, interesting.
This is a Triforce.
It's leaves. They sure are immovable obstacles.
Yeah, man. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? There's some weird, like, symbol here. It'd be really, really cool if I could read it. Oh, well. I'm just gonna go look around.
Bye!
This is obviously not meant for me.
Guess I'll do it later, yeah.
Oh, man. Me fucked up.
I have not sent you it yet because we haven't finished the game, but boy howdy, watching a Let's Play of a Zelda game can be absolutely brutal because when they get stuck on the things that you know the answer to.
I feel like that for a lot of things, though.
It's infuriating.
How you feel when it comes to that is how I feel dealing with older people when it comes to fucking technology.
Oh, well, true. I luckily mostly work with fairly young people.
I do not. I do not.
Yay!
Beep, boop, bobby, boop, bop.
You did it!
I did it!
Yeah.
Ooh.
Also, though, I will say, Chihuahua Terrier, that sounds like an adorable dog. Corbin, don't ever play Monster Hunter with me. I was okay in World, because I found my niche. I found the weapon I liked. When I played 3 Ultimate or whatever, I did not find the weapon I liked. And so, Giganox ended my interest in the game, because like that thing just infuriated me. And I saw somebody on our Discord was talking about how Giganox was their favorite. I was like, man,
Wisp,
I have opinions about the Giganox.
Yeah, Wisp was talking about Giganox. Dude, Rise Sunbreak is looking fucking fire.
It looks really cool. It seems like it's gonna have a lot of cool stuff. I really enjoyed World, but I don't feel compelled to play any of the new ones.
I'm surprised. Rise is really good.
The part of it too, though, is our group of friends that played games together: Overwatch, Apex, Monster Hunter. Yeah. We have fallen out of that habit hard, and so I have not.
Well, that's not true. I played Monster Hunter with Max and
you did play Monster Hunter with your friends recently, but. Broadly speaking, as a group, we don't play a lot of online games together anymore.
Yeah, I know.
And so it is a bit of a shame. And
hey, man, this kind of leads into our next topic that I've just thought about because you said that. Fucking Overwatch 1.5.
Overwatch 2, the quest for more porn. Is
oh my god!
There's a lot of people, they're just waiting to rip the 3D model. That's all they need from Overwatch 2.
Oh, that was...
I enjoyed Overwatch for what it's worth.
I
enjoyed Overwatch.
We had a lot of fun at Overwatch. That was a fun time.
I was bad at it, but I wasn't as bad at it as I was. Apex is the one I was just atrocious at.
You got wins in there. You got dubs.
I mean, I technically got some dubs in PUBG too, but
like, you got dubs.
Not to me.
But yeah, I think
in spite of me.
I think Overwatch was a much more fun game because you could not necessarily be good at shooting, but you could be very good at team plays and other utility things that made it more fun.
I played a lot of support. I played a lot of Zarya was both you and I's like.
I love Zarya. She's so good.
Take turns because we both played Zarya.
What a good character.
Oh, finally.
I'm here to make my 5-second appearance.
I did it!
Show off his hair because he hasn't showed off stream.
I know, bye.
What? That's it?
Yeah,
say hello one more time. You weren't even in frame.
Hey, look, I can't tell because your stream is delayed. Refresh the stream.
I've been trying all night. There's your live feed.
Control F5.
Control F5. What does that do?
Refreshes. It's a hard refresh rather than hitting the button.
Okay, well, I hope everyone got to see your hair for the 4 seconds that it was on.
I saw it.
Okay.
Bye, Jaden!
In person.
Anyways,
I remember playing a lot of Lucio. I liked Pharah, but I was terrible with her.
She's hard.
She was really hard. I was not good at her.
She's hard. Oh, no.
I remember playing a decent amount of Winston, a little bit of Bastion here and there. I thought he was fun. Torbjorn at times.
Torbjorn.
I was okay with him.
Bastion, yeah. Bastion was a good one.
Well, I was bad with I was okay with Junkrat.
I love Junkrat, too.
I was okay with Junkrat. Terrible at Reaper, terrible at Soldier 76.
You like the one doctor character with the 2 hand modes? Oh, Moria?
I never played Moira.
Yeah.
I stopped playing before that. She seemed cool, though.
Yeah. She's pretty cool.
She seemed cool.
We stopped playing, yeah.
This guy, Ben.
Yeah, we stopped playing after
Doomfist-ish was around.
We played a little bit of Doomfist, and then we stopped right around Doomfist.
Oh, I did really like Orisa though. I actually really liked
Orisa's pretty cool.
She was super fun to play. Oh, Zenyatta, that was the one I played.
Yes. Oh boy.
y'all didn't play Zenyatta as much as I did. I love playing Zenyatta.
Yeah, Zenyatta's pretty good because you just give the damage orb and the heal orb, and then you just kind of fire randomly and hope you win.
Then you can still like get headshots and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
you just fire and then have your orb on somebody, and then you just do your ult, and it's like you played Zenyatta. Good job.
Yeah, I did enjoy Zenyatta. So yeah, no, I did really enjoy Overwatch, and I bet Overwatch 2 will be fun.
Yeah, I bet it will be.
I just don't know how I feel about the whole situation. I don't know, but it's gonna be free to play.
It'll be free to play, so we'll probably play it, especially if they have a PvE. I hope they have a PvE wave, because they did the event PvE wave stuff, and that was very fun.
Yeah. I was terrible at Genji.
Genji's hard.
I was pretty bad at Hanzo too.
Hanzo also hard.
Yeah, he relied way too much on accuracy that I could not achieve.
I like Junkrat a lot. I like Zarya a lot. I liked.
Roadhog. I think you played a bit of. I didn't play much Roadhog. I was like okay with.
I usually played like the big tanky guys.
Yeah, Zarya was the one where like we would alternate because we both really liked Zarya, but we were actually both pretty good with Zarya.
She's good.
They announced a new champ just the other day.
The Junk Queen, who is
is
totally not Jinx.
She's just muscle Jinx.
She's muscle Jinx.
Yeah. This room, I believe, turned into a dog. And explore the edges of this room for a place to dig.
Alright, fine.
Yeah, come on, my friend.
Fine, I'll do it.
The one of the secret rooms you have to dig into, and I know it's somewhere outside, and I think it's here, but it could be somewhere else. You'll see it eventually when you get a proper dungeon map, which I don't know if you have yet. I don't think you do. No. Once you get a dungeon map, you can see that there will be a room that looks like it has no doors going into it, and you go to an adjacent room and you dig. And it's somewhere out here, but maybe it's not here yet. But it's like an extra special room with extra difficult puzzles that gives you a cool little reward at the end. It might be required to get into that other bonus room I was talking about. Cannot remember for sure. Yeah. I mean, honestly, though, at this point, it's now looking like we are probably going to beat this next time. With the exception of, like, I think we can do it. I think we can beat it next time. The final boss is long.
Oh, really?
The final boss is it's honestly probably the best final boss in any Zelda game, but it is kind of long, especially if you don't figure it out. Especially if you're like trying to figure out what to do. It has some puzzly elements to it, as any good Zelda boss does.
Yeah, sure.
But
so that gave me a key, huh?
Yeah. You still haven't actually been inside the castle yet.
Nope. Here we go.
This is a very open dungeon. It's kind of linear, but there's a lot of little branching paths and dead ends that you have to deal with. But beautiful music.
Big castle.
Big castle.
Big castle.
And it is the classic classic Hyrule Castle theme.
You just gotta keep running into my sword, like...
Yeah, you're full health, so remember, you have the Great Spin. The Great Spin is bigger and does more damage.
I'm just gonna keep killing you. I mean, it's just what's gonna happen. Ooh! Is everybody caught up on Obi-Wan?
No, we didn't watch tonight, or last night's. We need to, I know. We've had kind of a weird busy week, and so we literally we agreed that we're like, oh, we'll just have dinner separate tonight. We're just gonna do our own thing as opposed to making a meal together. And then we were doing our own thing. My husband was he plays Divinity with some friends on Wednesday nights, and they're slowly working their way through Divinity 2, or Divinity Original Sin 2, whatever it's called. And like an hour into it, he was like, "Oh shit, we forgot to watch Obi-Wan," and I'm like, "Oh, yep, we did." So that'll probably we'll watch it tomorrow.
Thank God, it's very, very good.
Oh, I have no doubt. It's been really enjoyable so far.
It's
hey, Orion's on stream.
Very, very
Corbin,
good.
I tried Divinity 2, and
Did not like.
I couldn't really get into it. I respect it for what it's doing. I was playing with my husband. We got to
That's a dark night.
We got to a boss fight that we weren't leveled for, but we kept trying to beat it. And also, I poorly spec'd my character into a class that just frankly wasn't very good. And as such, combat was really hard. I felt like my character wasn't doing anything because I chose poorly and chose bad skills that just weren't as good for what I wanted to do. I eventually got so frustrated. I got so frustrated with that boss that we just stopped. I will admit, they are playing on PC multiplayer with 3 people, but they're also using mods to like increase the amount of people in their squad. They have a few different mods installed that do stuff like allow you to have more people in your party from the story characters and stuff, and a few other things. So I think it's a great game, but I tried to play it and it just didn't work out for me this time. But that's okay. It's okay, that happens.
Not all games are for everybody.
Well, I don't even think it's not even that it wasn't for me. It just was that like
all games are not for everybody.
I had just enough of a bad experience playing it that I am just kind of soured on it a little bit. I was trying to do transformation skills, and my skills would get me into the middle of combat, and then I couldn't survive. But like my best attacks were the ones that put me in the middle of combat. And Xenoblade is for everybody. Michael, that is so true.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh man, Xenoblade 3 is gonna be amazing. They tweeted out some new music. They tweeted out some new character bios. Don't forget, you can dip the lantern straight in.
Yeah, it says.
Which is a fire hazard if you think about it.
Yeah, true it is. But I didn't think about it. Where's the other?
By the way, you will need the lantern oil again. So when you finish this room, you should basically make a point to go back and get the remaining
other
oil.
Fireball. A little fireball. Where are you?
It's a mystery. It's a puzzle.
Is it though? Is it?
Michael,
apparently it is,
there
'cause
has
I'm
been
too
some
stupid to
Xenoblade
figure it out.
stuff. Go read their dev notes on Twitter. There's some interesting things going on. I'm excited still.
I mean, I wouldn't think anything would be able to stop the excitement from happening.
It genuinely looks really good, and some of the little lore tweets they've had have revealed some really interesting things that raise questions if you've played the other games. You're like, wait a minute, what? Like, there's a tweet about Tyon, who's the guy with the white and orange outfit, the scarf, and they're like, he can see a map of the world projected from his eyes, and it's like, what? What?
That doesn't make sense at all.
How can he do that?
That makes
What?
no sense at all.
But it's actually technically something you see done in Xenoblade 2. Akos and Obrona project a map of the world via their blades. So, via Obrona. So, like,
Alright. Okay.
You do not have to re-enter this room. You can do it now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have every ability. I'm assuming I should be able to do this.
Yeah, there's no dungeon item here.
Am I just dumb? I feel like I'm just dumb. Do I need
I mean...
turn off a light? That one was on when I got in here, so it's like... Aha!
Sorry, I was just making some sounds.
But now what do I do? I can't reach it still. I'm still fucked.
Wow, if only you had better timing. It's the same issue as before.
Oh, god damn it!
You're like, this delay. I can't handle this delay.
He's like, what the
don't
fuck?
do.
Oh, I gotta go stand on it, you dumb idiot, stupid boy. You don't even fucking need. Oh my god, it's so dumb. Okay, alright, let's do this. Wee! Hey, look at me, guys! I did it! See, check that out! Ba-ba-da-ba-ba! Alright, that's fine. Oh, yay! Hey, man, as long as I figure it out faster than other Let's Players, I'm okay. According to Joe, I'm doing fine. Alright, I gotta re-download Fire Emblem to get Titty Girls and then never play it ever again.
Oh, Heroes?
Yeah. Oh, that's an image I wish I could unfucking see. Oh my god.
Here the summer banner is tomorrow, and I am very excited to pull. I am probably going to spend money for the first time in a minute to get the summer characters because I really want that Dimitri. His outfit with the visor, it's so good.
How does it feel to not spend money on fucking mobile games in a hot minute?
I know. I really shouldn't. I shouldn't. I really don't need to.
No.
Even especially with the fact that at this point, I have so many good units in Fire Emblem Heroes, I could probably clear any content that I wanted that they release with literally no new units for like
why did this not open?
A while. I don't know. Maybe there's a puzzle in this room.
Maybe there's these fucking paintings.
Paintings?
Knock them off. Get them out of here. Well, that didn't work.
You're a star, Orion. You're a star. He's going through some stuff right now. We had to... What?
I'm trying to nail in the painting, Joe!
That's the item.
I'm trying to nail it in, Joe!
Okay, you just keep at it. Right.
It was worth it. Alright, I'm sorry. I'll be serious. Alright, let's look around.
Orion's actually going through a little bit of stuff right now.
What's he doing?
So he has thyroid problems. He takes a pill for it.
My doggy has thyroid problems as well. He also takes a pill for it.
He takes Thyrotab.
I don't know exactly. I'll have to look, but we just got him an upper dosage today.
Thyrotab is probably what he takes.
It's like this little purple pill. It's not very big.
Oh, ours is not purple, but it is also very small. And again, you don't have to leave this room. So when we got him, he had a bunch of issues. Specifically, he had a bunch of like skin lesions and stuff because he was eating food he was allergic to. Thyroid problems exacerbate skin issues, and so he was itching himself to the point of having open sores and getting infected and stuff. So when we adopted him, he had to take a bunch of antibiotics. We had to get him off food that contained chicken, and we had to make him lose weight and stuff like that. And one of the things he does is the medicine he takes, they do have to do regular, every 6 months or so, they check his blood work to make sure that he's doing okay. And our vet recently recommended, he was like, hey, this isn't a huge deal, but let's try, he was taking a full pill of whatever milligram dosage. He was taking one pill with every meal, morning and night. And the vet was like, let's switch to half a pill morning and night. Well, and ever since then, he has been having a ton of itching problems. He's been having a ton of dandruff. He's been clearly, unhappy because of the itching and because of the dandruff and because of...
Like, how bad itching?
Well, the itching isn't, but, you could walk up to him and you would scratch him a bunch, and you would just... Flakes of skin are just coming off.
Oh, like real bad dandruff.
Like dandruff. Like, you could very easily just go scratch him a bit, and then his fur...
Well, then just switch him back, right?
Well, but they wanted to do blood work, so we had to wait until they did blood work with the new dosage to confirm. You really don't know how to do this, do you?
I don't. They're pointing at it, but I don't know what to do.
Look, what's the painting? How is it on the wall? You've even seen it. You've like seen a tech. What? What do you think the painting needs to do?
I mean, it needs to come down, right?
Yeah, and how would you knock down a painting?
You know, the way I was gonna knock it down, but I just want to fuck with you.
Think about all. Jesus Christ.
I knew exactly what to do! My brother in Christ! Fuck yes! I love that fucking saying.
I do. I've been saying it recently.
It's so good. I was talking to my wife about it, and I was like, have you heard about what these fucking Gen Z assholes are doing? I love it. My brother in Christ.
Anyways, he's been super scratchy and itchy, and he finally got his blood work done recently, and they were like, you can bump him up to
his original dosage again?
Well, we're now doing half in the morning, a full at night.
Wow.
And it does
How big of a pill is it?
They're pretty small.
Okay, because ours got upped to he takes one full pill at night or one full pill for breakfast and one full pill at night.
That's what we were doing before. Let me just go check real fast. Give me one sec.
Oh shit. Fuck, I tried to jump that too and I missed it.
Okay. I was gonna look up the actual, like, the medication name, but that's not on the bottle. The bottle literally just says Thyrotab. But it says 0.7 milligrams. That bottle was written for a half pill prescription, so I don't actually know if the 0.7 is half a pill or one pill.
I gotcha. How much does he weigh?
Like 50.
Okay,
it's
so
like
he's
45 or so, I think.
He's slightly lighter than Zephyr.
Yes, your dogs are both about 5 to 10 pounds heavier, but Tani's a little heavier.
Well, Kiara's 80 pounds. At healthy weight, she's 80 pounds.
Yes.
And she's a big husky girl.
Orion was 80 when we got him.
Yeah, he was overweight when you got him.
He lost like 30 plus pounds.
Yeah, he looks so much better now.
The original pictures,
He's a husky boy.
He was a fucking mess. He was a mess.
Yeah, but Kiara is finally at a healthier weight where she doesn't have super skinny, but she still has her definition in her ribs.
Yes.
Because we talked to my vet, and I was like, because I'm worried about hip dysplasia, because both of these breeds are prone to hip dysplasia. So like, what's a healthy weight I need to aim for? And they said they need to have slight definition, like that kind of like hourglass figure right before their back hips, and you need to be able to feel their ribs, but not see their ribs.
Yeah. And
that's like a good indication that they're at a healthy weight. Zephyr was a little overweight, and we were like, well, that's bizarre because he doesn't eat that much food. What the fuck's going on? So we actually had to give him thyroid medicine, and he's actually now down from 60 pounds to 54 pounds where he should be.
And that's Orion was overweight. Both, I think it was a combination of he had thyroid problems. I think that he was surrendered. Supposedly the family was moving and couldn't take him with them, which, is that true? Maybe. It could have been that they just didn't want to take care of their unhealthy dog anymore.
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know. But what we were told was that he was surrendered because they were moving and they couldn't take him. Sure. But he was really overweight, so he was probably being overfed. And I imagine at the shelter, the way they do feeding is probably not twice daily meals. They probably just give him a bowl of food.
They usually just give him one bowl of food a day.
So he was probably being overfed at the shelter through no fault of the shelter workers. It's a hard job. But he was also being fed food he was allergic to, chicken. And his thyroid issue was unmedicated as it had just been diagnosed.
Right.
So they were like, he probably has thyroid issues, and he's probably allergic to the food we're giving him, but we've only just figured this out. So, like, these are the things you'll need to do. And we confirmed both of those things when we adopted him.
Can I get there if I jump on? Can I jump on this chandelier over here?
You can hookshot them.
I know I can, but it's not showing up because like the crystals are in the way.
I think you can do a higher one, and then you go down. So you hookshot a higher one, and then you rappel down basically or whatever. And then that's how you do these.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you can jump down to the floor and you can reach.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose this. I mean, because I have to go back through the area.
I think you're fine, and also even in the worst case scenario that you aren't, because we're going to be saving and quitting, you're going to be restarting some stuff anyways.
I'm going to restart anyway. You're right.
So
you're right.
I think you're fine. I think you can do it this way.
Okay.
If you're careful.
Well, as soon as it's like, oh, you can just.
Yep.
Make your way back. Oh, I just got. I don't really care, I guess. I mean, yay for the armor. Ooh. Yeah. Here's the thing. I've called it a hookshot for my entire life of playing Zelda games. I'm not gonna just all of a sudden just call this one the claw shot. Not because I don't like.
But the claw shot's cooler.
I do not.
You have to admit.
It is cooler. Yeah, it's not that I don't recognize that it is a different thing. That it's just I'm so used to calling it a hook shot that it's just not gonna be ingrained in me anymore to call it anything other than that. Weep, 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 weep. Okay.
You got it.
Got it. Anyway.
You did it.
Oh, you talking about spending money in mobile games? Yeah, I haven't spent money in mobile games in a hot minute.
I've been trying to spend less. I still do the like $5 or $6 monthly things every now and then.
Yeah, those aren't bad to do.
I think that's relatively guilt-free.
Those are generally pretty good value.
I think over the holidays they did a couple really good like Christmas ones.
That's what I usually do. Is every time I have a Christmas sale is what I do.
I did spend like $40 or $50 or something like that.
Oh yeah. I only spent like $40 or $50 when I did mine too.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Oh my God! You fell off the edge, so you missed it.
Yeah, I missed it.
Fool.
Which is dumb because I could have just stood there.
Yeah, I still really enjoy Fire Emblem Heroes. I think it's a really good game. I think it's still really fun and engaging to play. The new story in this chapter is kind of crazy. They've been doing some interesting stuff.
Usually for Dragon Ball, I only do it during the anniversary, which is coming up, but I'm very excited. And then Christmas, and I usually only spend like $100 each time because that's like the max amount of bundle per money spent. It's the best option, and so that's what I usually do.
Yeah, I haven't spent in a little while, but not more than like $5 or $10 at a time. But this summer banner, it's 3 houses. I love 3 houses. All of the units are really cool. All of them are really fun. And oh yeah, this puzzle.
Fucking keys.
The art's really good. The skills are really good. The units are really good. It's just really interesting.
Is there a fucking thing on the ground that tells me which fucking way to do this, or I just have to do it fast enough?
I actually think this one is guess and check. You could try sensing as a wolf. I think this one is actually just guess and check. Because they will... I believe the moment you get something wrong...
Some key set after me?
Or something like that. No, because you did it in a totally different... I think the amount of time they stay lit or something like that is supposed to help indicate the order. But maybe there's something if you sense. I don't remember.
There is not.
Or is there anything around the room that depicts like a sequence? I don't think there is. I actually do think this one is just guess and check.
And this one? And this one? No, that one's last.
Because it's so short. Yeah.
Okay, so it's this one, then this one, then this one, and this one. I got it!
Yay! There's another painting.
Hey, fuck you. And I just walk away like a cool guy.
Wow.
Like a
Walking
cool guy
away.
would. Oh, these guys, huh? I would rather fight these guys than the stupid armor boys.
Oh, I will actually say I've been really enjoying the I have been doing the
Whoops.
New Game Plus of Xenoblade 2. It's been really enjoyable so far.
What's the? I forgot the shield bash button.
Yeah, ZR.
Yeah, I keep hitting the claw shot button.
Yeah, I see that.
Put away the fucking. All right, you know what?
Done with League. You just what? Oh, okay. Well, hello. You're on stream.
I did it.
Are you excited about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
It's closer, yeah.
Sure. Did you ever play Crisis Core or Ever Crisis or whatever? No?
Yeah, Crisis Core.
I have a PSP then.
A P.
PSP.
PSP. I don't
Yeah.
have any handheld Sony device.
Yeah. What else have we talked about? We can have the abbreviated gaming conversations that we had with. Pokemon leaks, but I know you didn't want to see them. We talked about the Fire Emblem leaks. I don't know if you saw anything about those. Screenshots leaked from a supposed Fire Emblem game that has been complete for over a year and has a bunch of really weird stuff.
Overheard you guys talking about it.
People are unsure. Yes, New Game Plus, Michael, I didn't farm enough core crystals. I'm still missing 2 blades.
You just didn't want to farm.
Well, I farmed a bunch and I thought I had plenty. I was like, surely.
I told you, you
Yeah.
can have 99 legendary.
And I'm still.
Did I need 99?
I have only 2 left, and as it happens, I didn't even realize it. There was one of the
Ooh, that'll probably help me get back up here for next time.
one
Actually,
base game blade I actually didn't summon and forgot about. I farmed like 20, and I farmed 99 rares. I was like between 99 rares and like 20 or 25 legendaries. That should be enough, right?
no.
No.
You never played a gacha before, huh?
I've done pretty well. I have 2 blades left, and I've continued to get core crystals, and I still just haven't gotten the last 2 yet. I'm missing Perdido, and I am missing Perdido and Sever. And it's a bummer because those are the ones I like wanted the most. But the one I actually did go out of my way though to get Elma before, because I hadn't done the fight where you get Elma in All Rest instead of just in the challenge battle mode or whatever. I did go out of my way to make sure I had Elma before I went into New Game Plus. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm still missing those 2, and then I'm technically missing Mikhail, but you don't summon him. He's not a gacha blade. You get him from story progression. So I need to go I'll do that when that time comes. New Game Plus story-wise, I'm currently in.
So what does the big super baddie boss guy get you when you do it?
Huh?
The sub boss, the big like level 120 dude that's sealed. That you have to do the sub quest. What do you get for beating him?
Some core chips and some money.
That's
Like,
it.
Nothing.
That's it.
But the Tyranno Titan Kuradil, the one that's in the big block of ice or whatever.
You don't get anything else.
Super bosses don't get. That's the thing. There's no unique loot. There's not like special blades that are restricted behind super bosses.
You don't get like a special core chip of any kind.
You get really good ones, and you can fight him again because remember you can refight any unique monster. You can refight unique monsters.
Calm down,
you want.
Sheik.
Right? It's the gang. The gang's all here.
Oh, these guys.
They matter, technically.
They did come up.
They do matter. But the best part is the fucking bazooka guy.
Yeah.
And there's Shad with his book.
I'm
Be
helping.
his moral support.
I'm helping.
I'm helping. Really,
No
Auru
shit,
is the only one who did shit with his bazooka.
Well, the arrow
And
girl.
the eagle, yeah, Russell's eagle, like, kind of did some stuff. But I like that. I like that they present you with a fight and loot at the end of it, and they're just like, nah, no, you don't have to do that fight. Your friends come and help you.
Thank
I think that's
God.
a nice little situation.
It was like, all right, take care of the archers first, and shoot the guy. Okay, we'll do this, and then nope.
But no, I'm currently in chapter 6. I'm about to go do the part where I lose Pyra for a chapter.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to go do that. I'm not there yet, but I'm close. I'm actually deliberately putting that off because when Pyra's not in the party, there's a bunch of stuff you can't do. The big accomplishment was over the last week, is I did Ursula's quest. Ursula is the one where you have to do the Merc missions to get her unlocked all the way. And I finally did all of her quests, which, like, took a while.
The money stuff, right?
No, so that's Shiva.
Oh, that's
Ursula is the ice bear where she has to... I don't know if you... I think I told you, like, don't bother because this quest is a nightmare. Her whole thing is that she is a singer and she has to go take lessons to learn how to sing and then put on concerts. And you have to farm Merc missions. Just like you literally have to do Merc missions like 100 times.
Jesus.
And then eventually you get enough fans from the Merc missions that eventually you can do the stuff. But like that's how you get her key affinity. And what's frustrating is while she's actually not a bad blade, and she's got some good skills, the fact that you have to do everything about her via Merc missions means that you never use her. Like, you can't be using her and working on her because you need to be sending her on hours and hours of Merc missions to get stuff done.
Yeah.
And so, like, basically you have to do that for hours and hours and hours, and then when you're done, you can finally start using her. And that just is, like, kind of silly. But my goal with New Game Plus is to...
There's a weird sound. What the hell?
My goal in New Game Plus is I would like to... I don't know if I'll actually do every single side quest, though I will probably try. But I would like to get every single blade, which I only have 2 more New Game Plus blades to get, or 3. And I would like them to get them all to S rank Trust. I would like to get them all to S rank Trust, which means filling out their affinity charts. I want to have every single blade's affinity chart completely filled out.
Sheesh.
Which I'm already, like, most of the blades I used are actually already there, and so a lot of the other blades, I'm using the ones I like, and then I'm sending the other ones on Merc missions to fill them out where I can, and then some of them I'll have to do blade quests, like with Ursula, and then some of them I will have to do specific tasks that aren't... Merc missions can complete some tasks. So if an affinity node is something along the lines of, like, kill 10...
God, they really want me to fight Dark Nuts in this fucking game, huh?
If one of the affinity nodes is kill 10...
Is that the boss?
Oh, that's the big key door. Yep.
Am I already to Ganon?
It sure looks that way.
Oh. Huh.
We still have a secret room or 2 to do.
Well, alright.
This took less time than I thought.
Yeah, this was fairly quick.
But the final boss is long, so
we cannot do it tonight. But I mean, it'll be a good time to be able to, like... Well, maybe we can actually knock out the boss and the amiibo dungeon next time.
I mean, maybe. We could try if you want to spend 10 or 15 minutes trying to get these secret rooms real fast. Because you clearly have all the stuff, so, like... We can just basically come in next time and go straight into the boss.
I was gonna we'll do the secret rooms and then do the boss fight, because I doubt the boss fight is 3 hours long.
No, but it's probably an hour.
That's fine.
Yes, the love source is going to be the biggest thing. I have a bunch of blades that are literally they're like basically done.
Is this this must be another secret key room then.
That's the one where you have to go to the other room
to
get the 1 extra key to get into that room, which has fun stuff. Which, if you want, like I said, if you want to spend 5 or 10 minutes, we can go get that secret room.
No, it'll be a good because we're gonna have to fill like 3 hours of content. I doubt that the dungeon plus the boss is gonna be 3 hours of content.
I don't know about Cave of Shadows, and that'll be if you choose to even bother doing it.
I mean, we'll need the content.
I guess if we have time, we will. But
yeah, we'll probably do it.
Because you're not gonna go hunt all the Poes, that's for sure.
No.
But yeah, anyways, yeah, Xenoblade. I want to get them all to S. I will probably have to farm Love Source, which will frankly be tedious and not entertaining. But once it's done, and then I can.
Oops, I wanted to hit no. Damn it. Keep hitting yes. Yeah, we are coming on the end of Zelda. Kind of unfortunately, this game is really good.
I know you're gonna love the final boss. It's a really well done final boss fight.
It's like this is a really good game. This is just a really solid game.
It's gonna be I guarantee you that in 2 years' time, if you're itching to play a Zelda game, it's gonna be this game.
Yeah, I mean, like Majora's Mask is great. Don't get me wrong.
You should replay it, and I should because I've only ever played it the one time, so I really should replay it too.
Majora's Mask is fun because it is something a little different, and I as a kid I really liked the transformation stuff and being able to like roll around as a Goron and do all that stuff, and that was really fun. And now it's like, yeah, but I bet you'd be tedious as shit if I played it now.
It is a long game, especially a lot of.
If you want to get all the masks. Especially.
I don't know how you would do it without guides.
No, you have to do it with a guide.
But no, I think that next it'll be good. But it does mean that you kind of need to get on that Final Fantasy VII stuff. You need to you need to figure out if you can download it for free.
Oh yeah, I can download it for free. I redeemed it. Absolutely.
Make sure we got to do the upgrade to PS5, and that's not. I told you I had problems with this with the store page being complicated. So you have to like go to the right spot on the store page.
Well, we got a couple minutes here. I think we can do that. We'll end the recording and we'll just do that while we're just chilling here. So thanks YouTube for watching. We will finish Zelda next week, but we will return. We will return after that with some Final Fantasy VII. Or we're gonna change the layout a little bit and have that stuff going on, and then so we can actually take up a little bit. We take up less screen. Retail and all that stuff. So, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.